Hello and welcome back to StringBoo.com.
In this lecture, we're going to learn about the string methods. So in our previous lecture, we learned about different types of variables. We also learned about the different types of methods and so on, right? So in this lecture, we're going to actually try to use different types of string methods, right? Commonly used string methods. So the Java-Lang.String class provides many useful methods to perform operations and sequence of char values. So what that basically means is, right, when you create a string, you're actually you're using the string class, okay, which is the Java's default class, Java-Lang.String. So the common string method is length, right? So we use this length method here that actually returns the length of string. So let's say you created a string variable called name equal John, right? You want to count the characters of the string. So you can do that using this length. It will give you the number of characters in the string. The format, right? So we learned about this string interpolation where you use this format. We did string.format, and we, instead of using a lot of plus concatenation, we used the string.format and we use string interpolation. And also the substring method here. So let's say you wanted to get the certain characters from the string. Okay, so you could do that using the substring. And here you use the index, right? So you wanted to get the string on that index. You could do that using this substring. And substring, you can also have this different parameter. You have begin index and end index. So you can get the string starting from this index to this ending with that index. So the other one is contains, right? So if you wanted to actually find out if your string contains certain character, you can use this contains as well. So it's going to return true or false after matching the sequence of the char value. The other one is equals. So if you want to compare two strings, right, so you can do that using this equals, and I think we've done that in our previous lecture. So equals ignore case, right? So this is another important string method that is used a lot in the real-time projects. So basically what this means is you want to compare another string, and you also want to ignore the uppercase or lowercase, right? You don't care if it's uppercase or lowercase. You just want to make sure your string matches, right? In that case, you could use equals ignore case. And the other one is empty. So if your string is empty, you want to find out if your string variable is empty, you can use this as empty. So here's the one example of how you could use different string methods. Okay, so I've got this string 1 here, and it has hello students, welcome to Java world, right? String concatenation. And string 2 is welcome, string 3 is empty. So if I do string 1.length, okay, it's gonna find me the length of the string here. So it has how many characters? It's gonna give me the number of characters in the string. If I do string 1.substring1, it's gonna start from 0, 1. Okay, like you can see here, when I do string.length, it gave me 36. So if you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it also counts this space in here, it's gonna be 36 characters in the string. So when I do string 1.substring1, so it started from 1, 0, 1, it's gonna give you all the string here, which it did here. So now starting with substring 6 and 13. So you're going to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And here, starting with 6 means this S is 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it ends with 13 index is this T here, right? So you're going to get student, right? Because I'm saying starting with 6 and ends with 13, I want this string, right? You see here, starting 6, 13. So now this one here, string 1 that contains hello, right? So you're actually using this contains method here. So it's going to say returns true if string 1 contains hello, and it says true because the string 1 contains hello. Now string 2 equals welcome, right? It says equals in here. And it says here returns true false if string 2 equals hello. And it says here false because you have uppercase W in here and lowercase w in here. Right? Now, if you do equals ignore case, right? Equals ignore case welcome. So now string 2 has a W as an uppercase, and this one here you're actually matching with lowercase. However, it says true because you're using this equals ignore case. Ignore case means ignore uppercase and lowercase. So now string 3 is empty, so you have nothing in here. It says true. So that is the kind of like a string methods. So now let's actually try to do some method in here in our IntelliJ. So I'm going to say string methods. Actually, it's a good idea to create a package now, right? So to learn about this package, so I'm going to say some Selenium Guru, Selenium, I'm going to say Java. Okay, so I create this Selenium Java in here, and then I'm going to create this one here, string methods. So in here, I'm actually going to do public static void main string args. In here, I'm going to create a string variable 1 hello. I'm going to say students welcome to Java world. So I'm going to make a space in here. And string 2 is welcome, and string 3 is null. Now if I do system.out.println, and I'm going to say string 1 length. So if I do that here, it's going to give me length of this string. It says 36. So now if you count it, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So I got 36, right? Which is given here. So now if I do system.out.println, I'm going to say string1.substring. I'm going to start with 1, and it's going to give me from E, right? All this string here. So now I'm going to say run. It's going to give me the string after omitting H. So did it here, and I'm going to do it again. System.out.println. I'm going to say string1.substring. Starting with 6 and ending with 13. It should give me student, just student. So 6th index is S and 13 index is T. That's what it gives me student. So now the other one here is string 2 equals, and just say contains first, contains hello. So if I do string 1 contains hello, it's going to give me true because the string 1 contains hello. Okay, so now if I do string 2 equals welcome, so now it's going to say false because I have this uppercase here and this is lowercase, right? So, but if I do string 2 equals ignore case welcome, means you don't care about uppercase lowercase, you're ignoring the case sensitivity here, so it's going to say true. Then let's try, got the M in here, string 3 is empty. You can see here, right? I don't have anything in here. It's going to say true. So if I do string 4, just put like this with spaces in here. Just going to copy this and put 4 in here. And you can see here it says false because I have this white space is also like a character in here. It's not empty. It has a white space, which is also a character. That's some common methods of string. Let's go back to our presentation here. So there are also other common method here, concat. So it's basically concatenates to specified string. So if you add another string in here, it's going to add 2 strings. Replace. So you're going to replace one character with another one. You can do that using this replace. Okay, split. So you can split using the regular expression in here. We're going to talk about it in our future lecture. To lowercase, you want to return string into lowercase, you can use 2 lowercase. Want a string do uppercase, you can do 2 uppercase. So that's you can do it. You can use remove the space white spaces on the beginning and the ending spaces. You can do it using trim. You can return integer. You can convert the integer value to string using this dot value. So here's an example here. So I've got this string 1 hello student, string 2 welcome, string 3 test, string 4 Java, string 5 with a lot of white spaces on the front and at the end. In total students 50, string 6 A, B, C, D, E, D, F, G, H, I. So now with this, right? I got this another string count. Okay, so actually gonna split this string here, string 6, by white spaces. So now I can actually concat string 1 dot concat string 2. I can actually append these two strings using concat. Dot concat append string 2 to string 1, replace. So in the string 1 I want to replace E with A. I can do that using this dot replace and use your character in here. And I want to actually convert this to lowercase. I can do that here to lowercase, and string 4 to uppercase. You can do that as well. And I have a lot of white spaces in here. I can trim using dot trim. And also I have this integer. You're going to do this a lot, right? So it's kind of very helpful to understand how you can actually convert this integer value to string. So I have this total students, so I can get the value in string using string.value. And again, I can count the length, which is going to give you the length. Okay, so now you can also do each loop in here. So I've got this string count, right? So basically what you're doing here is I'm actually, since string 6 has A, B, C, D, D, F, G, H, I, so I'm actually splitting it by white spaces. Okay, then I'm actually putting in an array, right? String this here, as you can see here, string count is an array. Then for I'm going to do for each loop, and I'm actually going to, for each string, print out that word, right? Okay, for each string inside this string count array, print out each string. So when you do that, you're gonna get, for this string1.concat string 2, you're gonna get hello students welcome. For replacing E with A, you're going to get, as you can see here, it says replace E with A, hello students, and string 3 to lowercase, it was already lowercase, it's test. To uppercase, Java becomes all uppercase Java, and you string 5.trim, so it trimmed all the white spaces in the beginning and end of the string, just string, and you got the value of students, here total students 50, and here count, as you can see, string count dot length, right? So this is an array, so I'm actually counting the length of the array, elements in the array. So I've got 3 elements. So here I'm actually doing for loop, and I'm getting each word. So here I've got A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, H, I. Let's do that in our IntelliJ. I'm actually going to create a new class in here, and I'm going to call it string method 2. Actually, let's do it inside this Java package in here. I'm going to say string method 2, and I'm actually going to copy this to make it a lot faster. Copy this whole thing and just paste it there. And here I'm actually going to do hello students only, and just going to do hello students welcome. String 3, it's going to be, I'm going to put all uppercase. String 4, I'm going to put all lowercase. And string 5, I'm going to have a lot of white spaces. And string, a lot of, little bit of white spaces at the back. And I'm going to do total students equal 50. I'm also going to have the string stars 6 equal A, B, C, D, D, E, F, C, H, I. Alright, so I just put without this comma in here. And now I'm actually going to create an array. So I'm going to create string here, string.count. So I'm actually going to use the string6.split. And I'm going to split it actually with this here. So now, first, I'm actually going to do string1.concat string2. Okay, and I'm also going to do string1.replace. I'm actually going to replace E with A. Okay, let's see what happens. So I've got hello students welcome. So I'm actually adding those two. So it says hello students welcome. Then I'm actually replacing string 1 E with A. So it becomes hello students. So E is replaced by A. Right? So now the other one I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to copy this and oops, paste it there. So in here, I'm actually gonna do to lowercase, and here I'm actually gonna do string 3, string 4 to uppercase. Alright, so let's see what happens now. It should be, see, this is all uppercase, it's going to be all lowercase, and this is all lowercase, it's going to be all uppercase. Okay, so now the next one here is I'm actually going to use trim. So I'm actually going to trim all this white spaces. You can see here, there's no more white spaces. So the other thing here is I'm actually going to be getting value of integer is total students. Okay, so what I'm saying is, like, this is the integer value. Put it in string, right? Convert it into a string. I can do that using string.value. And you can see here it did 50. And the other one here is system.out.println. And I'm actually gonna do let's count here. Let's just do print first, and it's gonna print this thing here. Oops, ln. Oh, it just give you a class name. Okay, that's fine. I'm actually gonna do string s and string count, and in here I'm actually gonna do system.out.println, and the word is s, and so now let's see that. Alright, so here, right? So what I'm actually doing is splitting it by space, right? So now you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I have 3 elements. Then what I did here is I'm actually doing a for loop, right? So I've got 3 elements, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and I'm actually doing a for each loop, right? And getting the each word, right? So here word, so the first one here, string S is ABC. It's going to say word ABC. The second iteration is DEF, so it's going to say word DEF, and so on. These are the most common string method that you're going to use in real time. So that's it for this lecture. I will see you guys in our next lecture.